Welcome to this video about Maximo Utilities Amplifier Solution by Infosys. Maximo is a premier asset management package offered by IBM. IBM also offers utility industry package which can be applied on top of the base package of Maximo. On top of this, Maximo Practice and Infosys has developed a solution named Maximo Utilities Amplifier Solution. This solution brings in lots of features which can add value to the IBM utility industry package. Components of the solution are capital work management, regulatory compliance features, automated work management process, smart reporting, customer compliance, and vehicle overhead computations. Component number 1 is capital work management. To bring a tight knit between project's budget cost and work order cost, a new feature named capital work management has been brought in. As part of it, a new application named project budgeting has been created. It has been cloned from the out-of-the-box application cost management. The project budgeting application is inside the financial module. In this application, a project can be created with budget amount, start date, and end date. A project can be divided into required number of tasks, and each task can have its budget, start date, and end date. Once a project is created, it can be referenced in work order by using this new section called project details. Once this link among project, task, and work order is established, system will ensure that the estimate cost of the work order does not go beyond the allocated budget of the task. There are validations in work order tracking application to ensure this. By this, system ensures that the work order's cost does not cross the allocated budget of the project. Component number 2 is regulatory compliance features. For some specific type of work, it is mandatory to get permit from the regulatory bodies. Also, the permits come with expiry date, and it is essential for the organization to either finish the work before the expiry date or to apply for extension of the permit. We have addressed this requirement in our solution. By using this newly added field permits required, it can be defined that this work order require permit. By that, a workflow will notify the person who is identified as responsible for the permit, and the person can then work with the regulatory bodies and obtain the required permit. Once the required permit is obtained, it can be associated to the work order by using this new section called permits. Once this permit is associated to the work order, the permits received checkbox can be selected, and from here on, system will allow us to continue with the remaining work of the work order. Component number 3 is automated work management process. For a successful work management, it is essential that the defined processes are strictly adhered to with no deviation. As part of the solution, a new workflow has been defined. The workflow ensures that the work order execution is done as per the standard utility industry process flow. The new workflow can be applied to the work order by using this Route Workflow button. We can see the map of the workflow which has been defined as part of the solution. This workflow ensures that the work order execution is done as per the standard utility industry process flow. Component number 4 is smart reporting. In some organizations, reporting of work is done by the individual laborers. Supervisor is given the job of approving the reported work. Such organizations need an application that is tailored for the use of laborers. Smart reporting is such an application. It is simple, user-friendly, and has all the fields in one single tab page. Let me log in as a laborer. Smart reporting application is inside the work orders module. This application has been cloned from the out-of-the-box application labor reporting. On launch of this page, system defaults the labor in the labor field. This time reporting section display all the time bookings that this labor has reported, and the push buttons here enable user with other functions. This report failure push button will allow user to report failure on their work orders. Enter meter readings push button will enable user to enter meter readings on the assets and locations that are associated to the work order. The select assignment push button will show all the work that has been assigned to the labor, which the labor then can select and start reporting time on them. By clicking new row, user can select any work order and any task and can book time reporting on them. This task section display all the tasks that are available in the work order, and status of these individual tasks can be changed. This task can be deleted, new tasks can be added. Work log section displays the work log of the work order, and new work logs can be entered as well. Component number 5 is customer compliance. Let me log in as a Max admin. Utility service providers typically host facilities to capture service requests and complaints from their customers. The facilities could be 1. An online portal in which customers can log in with their customer ID or registered user ID and log service requests or complaints. Second, a customer care cell to which customers can make phone calls or send emails to register service requests or complaints. Hence, the structure of the service request application in the asset management package should be in such a way that it is easy to integrate it with the online portal. Also, in utility industry, the requirements of service request application generally differs from one company to the other. So it is essential that the service request application is flexible and scalable. Customer complaints is a modified but simple version of the out-of-the-box application service request. This page is flexible and scalable so that it can readily support a dedicated customer service portal which can act as a front end to this application. Customer complaints application is inside the service desk module. In this application, customer ID can be selected in user information section. Summary and details of the complaints can be entered in complaints details section. In questionnaire section, a predefined set of questions can be defined, which can then be made use by the customer care representative while asking question to the customer who has called in. This related open customer complaint section will show all the related open customer complaints from the same street, or if locality is selected, system will show all the open customer complaints from the same locality. This related work order section will show the follow-up work order which has been created from the customer complaint, which is selected in the open complaints on customers section. This application is simple and scalable, and it can easily be integrated with an online portal. So component number 6 is vehicle overhead cost. In a typical utility company, work is managed by units called responsibility centers. Each such responsibility center manages the work execution and cost for their individual areas of work. Budgets for vehicle usage are usually allocated to responsibility centers. The responsibility centers have to apportion the allocated budget proportionately to the work orders that have used the vehicles. We have developed a report named Vehicle Overhead Cost, which will calculate the vehicle overhead cost per work order depending upon the selected pay period, responsibility center, vehicles associated to the responsibility center, tool rate, and labor hours. The vehicle overhead cost report can be launched from work order tracking application. This is a sample report of vehicle overhead cost. In this example, the pay period is from November 1, 2012 to December 31, 2012. The vehicle budget for the responsibility center Gen works for this selected pay period is $4,980, and depending upon the labor hours that has been booked on the work order, system has apportioned the vehicle overhead cost to the work orders. And in the example that we have taken here, for work order 1001, the vehicle overhead cost has come to $2,412, and for the work order 1019, the overhead cost has come to $2,568. We have come to the end of the video. Thanks for watching.